Hello and welcome to the third film in our Fitting Out Floors and Ceilings series. In it, we consider the floor coverings typically found on reinforced concrete floors. Wet flooring techniques mean the materials used require the addition of water, as in the case of a cement screed, which is made of sand, cement and water and is poured. Laying parquet floor on wooden joists, on the other hand, is a dry technique that requires no water. The disadvantage of wet flooring techniques is that the material has to cure and dry before any further work can be done. Floor coverings can be bonded to the load-bearing slab or decoupled from it. On the left here, you can see a coated concrete floor. The right-hand side features a raised or false floor that has been fitted to accommodate cabling. The greatest difference between floor coverings, however, is found in the wear or finishing layer, which is to say, the layer upon which people move around a building. The wear layer may be made of stone, wood, or some type of plastic coating. The choice of wear layer will depend to a very great extent on the load that it's expected to take. The simplest way to finish a reinforced concrete floor is to apply a coating or simply to paint it. The depot at the Leipzig Municipal Environment and Waste Department has a reinforced concrete slab with a highly durable epoxy resin coating that is able to withstand the weight of refuse trucks driving over it. Cement-based composite screeds are used to compensate for irregularities in concrete floors. They are laid wet directly onto the concrete floor to provide a composite layer. The top can then be skimmed or polished to provide a smoother finish than would be possible on the bare concrete. The transmission of impact noise can be prevented by decoupling the screed from the reinforced concrete slab. A thin insulating layer that stops noise propagation is laid between the bare slab and the screed. Because the screed is not in direct contact with the concrete slab, this is known as a floating screed. A heated screed contains water-filled pipes for underfloor heating. A floating screed expands according to temperature. To prevent the formation of cracks due to constraint, the screed needs to be laid in sections that are separated by joints. These joints are known as expansion joints. They must also be present in the finishing wear layer. A system or cavity floor is a raised floor covering. It provides a hollow space that is convenient for laying cables and means that the surfaces can be modified or retrofitted without any damage to the floor. Wood is a typical wear layer. The use of floorboards was once widespread, but parquet floors made up of small lengths or blocks of wood are now more common. Ordinary parquet floors that have been surface treated with an oil or special coating can prove highly resistant. The wooden block paving you can see on the right here is particularly robust and so often used in industrial applications. Wet room floors and floors that take a lot of traffic are often finished with ceramic tiles or natural stone. We used small porcelain stoneware tiles on the floors of our buildings at the Leipzig Municipal Environment and Waste Department, while our Regensburg school features a local natural stone product known as Solnhofen limestone. Linoleum, rubber, PVC and carpet are laid in strips or in the form of large tiles. They are generally fully bonded to a screed substrate so that the joints are barely visible. Floating screeds can also be fitted with a joint-free wear layer. These two photographs show an epoxy resin coating. This type of floor covering requires great skill in the laying and is expensive, but it comes in a large range of colors and the finished floor will be very hard-wearing. When choosing the wear layer, it's always important to consider what will happen at the junction between the floor and the walls. A finish without skirting boards looks cleaner, but makes cleaning and maintaining the floor more difficult. Where skirting is used, it should be a good match for the floor. Summary: floors can be fitted using both wet and dry techniques. The greatest difference between floor coverings is found in the wear or finishing layer, that is, the layer upon which people move around a building. The wear layer may be made of stone, wood, or a plastic coating. The choice of wear layer depends to a very great extent on the load that it's expected to take. Floor coverings can be bonded to the load-bearing slab or decoupled from it. When choosing the wear layer, it's always important to consider what will happen at the junction between the floor and the walls. please take a look at the fourth film in our Fitting Out Floors and Ceiling series, in which we consider the ceiling finishes typically used on reinforced concrete ceilings.